Hey everyone, and welcome back to another video. Today we have got a replay from Just the Swede 27, who is in his Object 165. Now Mr. Swede does have his own channel where he uploads his good replays, so I'll leave a link to that in the description if you want to check out more good World of Tanks replays. He is on Vineyards, heading towards the AB line. He's got a M47 ahead of him there, 165 turning to the right just now, and he's got some T44s, sorry, one of which is just taking a dive off the cliff. There you go. Yeah, anyway, Vineyards. This is a map I like, this is a line I like, and, you know, first shot of the game. Russian tanks, set fire, straight shot. Good, yes? Anyway, first shot of the game, sets a T44 on fire. That's a good start. The position he's in at the moment is one that I have tried playing before, and to not much luck, because these grapevines, I don't actually know if they behave as cover. If anyone knows how, well, how would you even find that out? It's a question I'm not even sure how to answer, but he is using this position very, very well. Team's up ahead, spotting for him, and he's picking off any target he can find, taking any shot he can. Now, I think it's time we talk about the Object 165. Cold War, as we all know, at the start of Cold War, the first era, the first three tanks, there's been controversy, I'll say, or a little bit of heated discussion is another way of saying it. I think the first three tanks are essentially already in the game, and I'll put it on screen now, but the 165, the Object 165, is basically the T62A that you get in the World War II mode. This has caused some upset with people because obviously, like me, I've already got the T62A and I have to grind it again if I'm going to play the Cold War mode. So, the only difference between the Object 165 and the T62A is that the Top Gun on the 165 has 10 hit points worth of damage more than the Top Gun on the T62A. So if you're going to play this tank, and you've already done the grind for World War II, you're basically playing the same three tanks again, which is, yeah, doing that is sort of up to you. So he's got his second kill from here. And what I thought was interesting about this replay, and this is exactly why I wanted to show this, was he's not moving, and yet he's participating in the battle. He's doing a great job of taking out tanks. He's doing a great job of getting damage. And I've tried this. I've tried to do exactly what he's doing here, and it just didn't work. I was spotted and I got my ass shot to pieces, absolutely shredded. So the reason for that, well, the reason I got shot to pieces was because I wasn't paying attention to my detection circle, and if you look at his minimap, he is keeping all enemy tanks just between his maximum view range and his maximum detection range. That tells me he knows what he's doing. He knows how to play this tank, maneuvering as necessary to get the shots that he needs. So while he takes pot shots here, I think it would be a good idea to talk about the Object 165. Something I wasn't aware of, and I did the research for this video, was the object designation for all of these tanks. Why are Russian tanks called Object 165, Object 140? You know, why do they have the word object? And the reason is, it's the Russian designation for like the American marks. You've got the Mark 1 tank, Mark 2, you know, down at the lower tiers. It's exactly the same thing. It's just their way of designating the variants of their tanks. And the reason it's called the Object 165 is probably because Wargaming doesn't want people to think that they're grinding the T62. Well, you know, take that for what it is. So the teams are now perfectly balanced. It's 7 versus 7. And now, Mr. Swede, I think it's time to move. Push up a little bit, because the support he had on the left has disappeared a little bit. I think there's 3 tanks left up there. There are definitely more than that. Time to go. No? Okay. Alright. Well, there's an enemy M46 off to his right, an M46 there, a one-shot, and a full health 46 as well. So there's 2 ahead. Well, basically 1 tank ahead, because one of them's a one-shot, he's gone. And a T44 hidden at the back takes out a friendly. Now it's time to engage. What I've found from playing these Cold War tanks is that the Russians are so much quicker than the Americans. And this T60... well, I was about to call it T62. This 165... not T62, remember, it's not a T62. It isn't. But it is. Okay, he's pushing up to flank the M46 that was spotted earlier. His friends, the 2 mediums behind him now, don't look like they're in a mood to support him, but I think it's okay. He's in a top tier. And he's full health. Making his way through the ravine, pushing up to where the enemies were last spotted. And there he is, on his left. Full health. But it's an M46. And this, again, I think this is another slight bugbear I have with the Cold War mode is you've got a top tier 165 and a full health M46 as he spins round to take out the one-shot M46 behind him. Very good situational awareness there. Back to the original target, and he's just going through him like a knife through butter. And the M46 can't really do anything to him unless he spams gold, which isn't really... I'd say it's not really the etiquette of the game, is it? I mean, you can spam gold all day, every day, every shot, but it's not what I would consider sportsmanlike behaviour. But anyway, he's taken out the M46, watching the minimap now to decide on his next move. The scores are very even still, 4-3. We're halfway through this battle. Well, we're halfway through the game timer, I should say. I think here, this is the split decision between heading to the cap or trying to spot the remaining T44 that was down here, or heading back to base because they've got an almost full health M48 and an M47. So he's no longer facing just bottom tier tanks that are, you can kind of just auto lock them and blow them out the way. But now it's not so easy. The Russian auto lock did not work. Sad face. Anyway, taking shots at the M47 now, aiming at the lower plate, going straight through, and the M47 is dead. 4 against 2 now. Heading back to base because this is the direction in which the enemy were last spotted. And the mobility, again, the mobility of the 165 coming into its own, getting him around the map with absolutely no issues whatsoever. The Russian speed is excellent, but something else that's different between the Americans and the Russians is the shell velocity of the Russians. I've noticed is not quite as good as the Americans. Playing it well, coming through the dip. He knows he's there, and his team has backed off. He doesn't have any support really. He's got one friendly off to his left. That's he's a fair way off, and a almost full health M48. Now this is possibly, this is about the fairest fight he gets into, I think. First time he takes damage the entire game. Aiming at the driver's hatch of the M48. M48's being shot back. Friendly takes him out. 165 came back and helped take out the M48. One left alive. And it's a T55A. The part of the replay coming up here does amuse me. I will admit, this is... I think I'll have to add a little bit of music to this last bit, because T55A, for those that don't know, it's not a tech tree tank. It's not one of the ones that you can research through the regular 3 tiers and the eras. It's a premium tank, and it's one of the newest premium tanks. And Cold War being a new mode, we've got a lot of new players. And there he is. Bless him, look. I think this is someone who's they're playing a new game, they've bought a new tank. They just don't even know he's there. This is... Alright, Mr. Swede, this is not fair now. You're being mean. Oh my goodness me. And with the ram kill on the bridge. What a way to end. What a way to end. It's a win. It's a win. And Mr. Swede, with his Swedish flags, finishes top. 8,625 damage. 4 kills. And over 9,000 combined. Well, Mr. Swede, that was an absolutely monster game. Absolutely monster. And thank you for uploading that one. That's about it, folks. Hope you're all keeping safe, and I will see you out there.